Every little comment, every small setback, if this penetrates your composure, you're surrendering your strength. The fact is those who remain steadiest don't face less challenges. They've just mastered how they react. Picture navigating existence unshaken. No mental spiraling, no uncontrolled reactions, just complete control. In this video, I'll teach you ways to discipline your consciousness to act as if nothing bothers you. Mastering the nothing bothers me mindset is essential. The world is full of distraction, people's opinions, everyday irritations, unforeseen roadblocks. What if I revealed that true strength comes from mastering the art of indifference? The key is learning to disconnect your reactions from environmental situations. When you let circumstances to dictate your mood, you become a puppet controlled by external influences. But when you train your mind to remain unmoved, you transform into the architect of your fate. When you embody this mindset, you radiate power without saying a word. Consider the most powerful figures throughout time. They were not those who reacted impulsively to every slight. Their power wasn't their ability to argue, but instead in their power to continue impassive. Picture a situation when someone offends you openly. The common impulse of people would be fury. Yet what occurs when you just smirk and depart? You rob the instigator of their power. Similar rules apply to losses and roadblocks. People who comprehend the strength of neutrality see failure as nothing more than data, an educational moment. They don't incorporate loss, they simply note, modify, and advance. How do you cultivate this magnitude of command? Cultivate the routine of hesitating before reacting. Question internally, does this scenario really influence my greater purposes? An additional vital component is visualization. Envision yourself as a person who navigates existence unmoved. When you solidify this projection in your mind, it transforms into your truth. Emotional detachment isn't about suppressing feelings. It's about controlling them. Picture this. You're amid an intense dispute. Should you permit their statements to command your sentiments, or will you grin unmoved? When you adopt this approach, stress decreases, understanding grows. What you concentrate on, you magnetize. However, when you seize command of your contemplation and sentiments, you become the architect of your own fate. Conditioning yourself for emotional separation doesn't indicate you grow callous. It indicates you stop letting environmental influences to command your consciousness. Your emotions serve you, not the reverse. Strategic detachment is extraordinary ability. We're conditioned to believe we must care about everything. Yet genuine liberty emerges when you comprehend that most things simply don't matter. Detachment doesn't signify unconcern. It indicates choice. Not each struggle deserves combat. When you stop reacting to any small disturbance, you regain control. Quit chasing acceptance. Seeking approval is a trap. The instant you grant external sources of control to determine your value, you surrender command over your personal existence. Authentic assurance isn't provided. It's built through self-reliance. The most charismatic people don't beg for approval. They own who they are, defects and everything. Independence emerges when you relinquish the necessity to be accepted by all. No matter what you do, someone will always have something to say. So why squander your power attempting to satisfy all? If you desire to liberate yourself from the approval trap, start by asking yourself, whose judgment genuinely counts? One more essential action is learning to validate yourself. As you begin acknowledging your personal value, environmental acceptance transforms trivial. The second you quit chasing acceptance is when you begin existing with liberty. Judgment is unavoidable, but how you handle it determines your power. Judgment only possesses as much strength as you provide it. If you respond sentimentally, you let it control you. The strongest individuals don't permit condemnation to unsettle them. They assess it with a clear mind, capture what's valuable, and discard the rest. Process judgment via reason, not emotion. There are two types of criticism, helpful and damaging. Constructive criticism is valuable. Damaging condemnation, by contrast, is meant to demolish you. Not all voices deserve your attention. When you reply to judgment with serene detachment, you manifest to all that your confidence is unshakable. The most powerful individuals don't dread judgment. They utilize it intelligently or they ignore it completely. Pressure exposes people. Some fracture, yet the powerful stay unmoved, since they condition their thinking before the storm arrives. The secret is separating from the requirement for command. Not all will proceed according to plan. Yet you don't respond sentimentally. You answer with planning. Most people crack under pressure as they oppose truth. Your mind is your battlefield. The ideas you permit entry will determine whether you win or lose. To train an unshakable mind, you must build mental habits. Thankfulness to resist cynicism, discipline to override laziness. Daily you need to condition yourself to be unfazed, to pause before reacting. Many individuals are prisoners of their feelings. However, individuals who command their consciousness control everything. Psychological power is constructed in routine, trivial occasions. Among the strongest thought patterns you can develop is separation. Detachment does not mean indifference. It signifies mastery. An additional vital component is discipline. The mind will always seek ease. Yet rigor reconstructs thinking. Start small. Commit to habits that strengthen your psychological power. Real power moves in silence. It doesn't pursue recognition. It just executes and permits achievements to express. The most vocal individuals present are commonly the most vulnerable. If you wish to be valued, stop announcing your plans. Success is not built through words. It is built through action. The more you talk, the more you invite scrutiny. When you work in silence, no one sees you coming. The strongest individuals don't squander power demonstrating worth. They allow their achievement to communicate. Stillness isn't dormant, it's planning. When you articulate, your statements possess significance. In a world where everyone is desperate to be noticed, be the person who doesn't pursue acknowledgement. As others pursue recognition, you chase mastery. This is a distinction between people who speak of achieving magnificent goals and those who genuinely perform them. The moment you stop feeding external validation, you'll perceive something. Persons will commence observing. They'll question your method. And that's when you'll know you've truly mastered the game, not because you told the world, but as you manifested it without uttering anything.